someone grabs me on the shoulder and then takes me in the back office. And at 4th grade, I think I was like 9 or 10 years old, I got arrested.
Thank you so much for meeting us for the first episode of the JPG Podcast with Jean-Paul Gedeon.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So Juno Chung, tell us about yourself. Name, what do you do, where are you from?
My name is Juno Chung. I'm the owner of Pancake House. It's a fast casual breakfast restaurant here in Hawaii. I'm from Kaneohe, Hawaii originally.
All right.
So born and raised here in Hawaii.
So I ate at Pancake House yesterday.
Thank you.
Thank you. The kalbi. I didn't know I could get that at a pancake spot.
Yeah.
Straight up fried rice, kalbi. It was mean. Is it Korean style?
It is. It's my mother's recipe.
So it's secret.
Secret.
Can I get that secret?
I would have to kill you after, but yeah.
Well, there to die for. It was excellent. And thank you. And then the strawberry cheesecake pancakes that we had. So it's a huge mix.
Yeah.
When you go over there. Now, what got you into the business? Why are you in the pancake and kalbi breakfast brunch business?
So I'm in it because my parents started the business in 1988, May something. We don't know, so we actually just say it's May 1st. But but May 1st of 1988, my parents started the business. So September 2014 is when they retired, passed it on to me.
5 years, you have the reins. How has it done since the 5 years? What would your parents say? Did you do a good job or still in the works?
Okay, it depends who you talk to. So my mother would say that I'm doing a good job. My father, he would say that I'm lazy. I've said this many times before, but like he always calls me Obama. So like my nickname to my father is Obama, and like he's always saying that I'm creating change, right? Because Obama's campaign thing was change. So he's like, why are you creating so much change in the business? You're doing all these things and it's costing all this money and blah, blah, blah. So my parents are creatures of habit, and they believe that if it's not broke, don't fix it. So they're just like, just maintain what we built, and that's all you need to do. And I didn't really do that.
You say change. What were some of the changes?
I created a structure within the business. So prior to me coming into the business, and even after I came in, we were a very flat company. So we had no managers, no supervisors, no nothing. It was me and my parents and then employees. So we did all the ordering, we did all the scheduling. If something went missing or was out, we would have to go and get it. We did the payroll, we did everything. So when my parents retired, the first thing that I wanted to do was create structure. And so I have an HR person now, I have an accounting person, I have a controller, general manager, we have managers and supervisors. And of course, with all that structure, you know, it costs some money. So my parents are like, you know, what are you doing? Like spending all this money. But for me, I wanted to create careers, you know, with my business rather than just jobs. And with this structure, I was able to do so.
So people can move up in the company? There's not like a ceiling where it's they're a cashier or a cook and that's it?
Yep, exactly. So yeah, and with the expansion of the restaurants, you know, right, like the more we grow, the more the ceiling goes up, right? So more people are able to move up in the company. Yeah, and just make a decent wage, right? A livable wage.
That's a key thing in Hawaii here.
Yeah.
So you showed me something that we're both in EO, Entrepreneurs Organization, the Hawaii chapter. It was very popular in EO, is called the EOS, the Entrepreneurs Operating System.
Yep.
Traction is the book. If you don't have it, go get it.
Yeah.
So you showed me exactly what you do, because we were, you know, doing it ourselves and trying to go through the process.
Right.
And you shared with me some documents of examples, like this is how we do it. It's an accountability chart.
Right.
You either did it or you didn't. It's a checkbox.
Right. Right.
That's really helped us in our business.
Yep.
And then we go through that on our Monday meetings. How's that helped you guys stay like accountable, or what did it do for you?
Yeah, I mean, it really, accountability is the biggest thing, right? It made everybody accountable for what they said they're gonna do, right? And it just helped structure things a lot better. Like when we start, when we end, how long the meetings are.
I have a question for you. What is your top seller at Pancake House?
Our top seller is actually I'm embarrassed to say this, but it's actually just bacon and eggs. It's bacon, eggs, and white rice.
Hold on, this is something I can make at home.
Exactly, which is why I'm embarrassed to say it. But I mean, I guess people just don't want to cook at home, right? People are a little lazy. Maybe the millennials don't want to, I don't know, but nothing wrong with millennials. It's just, but yeah, I mean, I'm a millennial, so I can't talk.
I may be a millennial.
I think you are too.
I'm 1982 born. Does that make me on the cusp?
I think so. You know, I don't know.
We're gonna go ahead and call me a millennial too.
Okay.
I wear tight jeans.
We'll Google it after. Yeah. But yeah, that's our bestseller, believe it or not.
All right, I got a question right here. What's a unique skill or skills that you've acquired that has helped you become successful?
I don't know if this is a skill, but I've learned to put my ego aside. Ooh. Is that a skill?
That is a skill.
Oh, okay.
Humility.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, humility. Yeah, that for sure has helped me become successful.
So when you were younger, you didn't have humility? Were you just a young punk, or?
I was just doing my own thing and just, doing whatever I wanted to do, and But I mean, so the reason why I felt like that helped me become successful is I built this other restaurant that no longer exists, but it was called Koa Cafe. And looking back on it, I'm thinking, why did I create that? Or like, why did we create that restaurant? And like, I can't think of a very good reason other than like, I wanted to just create something and just say that I wasn't riding on the coattails of my parents, you know?
Yeah.
I want to like create something, my own restaurant, and just say that like, this is something I created, see, I could be successful too. But yeah, I mean, there was no reason other than my ego to create that, so. Yeah.
Something cool.
Yeah.
I like the art you had on the wall.
Oh.
What did you say? It was the pancakes, and it was all butter melting and syrup, and what was it? What did it say on the wall?
It said, "Baking me crazy."
Me crazy.
Yeah, you're baking me crazy.
That's classic.
And the other one was, at our other location, it said, you got to be yoking me or something, or something.
You got to be yoking.
Yeah, you got to be yoking. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna take it back in time.
Okay.
Way back.
Okay. I'm closing my eyes for this.
What is one of the earliest memories you have of being an entrepreneur? Did you sell baseball cards? Did you sell beef jerky or Zippy's chili?
Okay, so I hope my parents don't watch this because they actually don't want me talking about this. But
don't worry, nobody watches this.
So when I was I think it was in 4th grade. Remember that movie Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah.
So there was,
Banaka?
Banaka, right? So Jim Carrey would spray that Banaka and it would hit somebody in the face. So that movie came out, and everybody was like raving about like that spray thing that Jim Carrey was spraying. So me and my friend went to the store. We went to Star Market. We would buy that Banaka, we'd bring it to school. And me and my friend started like spraying it right at people, and everyone was like, "Whoa, that's so cool." And my friend was like, "Oh yeah, I'll buy that from you." And I'm like, "No way, man, it's mine." And another kid was like, "Oh, I'll give you like $5 for it." And I'm like, "No way, man." And another kid was like, 10, 20. And I was like, $20? And he was like, "Yeah." So gave him the Banaka, got $20. So went back to the store, bought more Banaka with that $20. Came back and had a bunch, and I started slanging Banaka. And the reason why my parents don't want me telling this story is because, so in my head, my dad is actually proud of this, but my mother isn't. My father, so in my head, I was thinking, okay, I'm buying this Banaka for like $1 something, and I'm selling it for 20, which leaves me a profit. I didn't know the word profit, but I was like, it leaves me with $18 of money, right? Of like, so I was like, if I don't buy it and I steal it, then I'm making a whole $20, right?
Yeah.
You know those Menace pants? It was like those big baggy pants with those like huge like pockets and everything.
Yeah, you're a gangster.
That was in style back then. So then I went to Star Market, loaded my pants up with those things, and then walked out the store. Someone grabs me on the shoulder and then takes me in the back office. And at 4th grade, I think I was like 9 or 10 years old, I got arrested for shoplifting. And my parents picked me up from the police station, and my parents were like, "Why'd you do this?" And I started telling the story of like how I started like selling Banaka and all these things, and And my father was like, wow, this kid's an entrepreneur, like at the age of 9, right? Like, wow, good for him. But my mother was just crying and just like, you know, like, you don't need to be like thinking about making money at this age and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, that was a lot of money for being 9, 10 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's...
Thievery.
Yeah.
The greed was within you.
Yep.
Well, at least you turned a new path in business. That is not the only venture you had. What was another one that you had?
So I have this company called My Outlet. The tagline for it is "What's your outlet?" And pretty much what it is, it's a lifestyle company that helps bring awareness to depression and anxiety. So what we do is we feature somebody and tell their story of what their outlet to life is, right? We make a video, do a short write-up on them, and then we make a product that coincides with that outlet. So for instance, if it's surfing, we would make board shorts or swimwear or something. And then we'd sell that product. And then what we would do is we would donate proceeds of that, of the profit, to help keep that outlet alive. So let's say it was board shorts, right? And we sold X amount of it. We would help donate money to help clean up a beach, right? To help keep surfing or beach life alive, right? So, you know, same with skateboarding. If we did something with skateboarding, we would help build a skate park somewhere, and so on and so forth.
Do you ever get analysis paralysis?
Oh, all the time. The reason why I started that outlet company was because I deal with anxiety and depression myself. And I won't go into like all of that detail, but yeah, so I see a psychologist, a psychiatrist. You know, I was on antidepressants before, anti-anxiety medication. And a lot of times my therapist tells me that like I need to learn how to quiet my mind, right? So my mind is always thinking, sometimes for the better and sometimes for the worse. But yeah, when it's for the worse, when that happens, I get paralyzed, right? Like I can't really do anything because I'm like overthinking, and my mind is like, I like to look at it as like a computer that like just overheats because it's like working too hard, right? And a lot of times I'm like overthinking things, and rather than like actually getting things done, I just kind of sit there and like overanalyze everything. So yeah, for sure. That's a good question. Really applies to me.
And how do you get over that? How do you get over analysis paralysis? I know a lot of people out there trying to start a business, watching Gary Vee videos. They feel like they're doing a lot, but really they're just watching videos and getting hyped up and down, but they don't do anything.
Right.
How do you get past that analysis paralysis point? Like, how do you do?
Nike. Just do it, right? Like,
Gotta pay royalties on that.
Yeah, so, but yeah, I mean, like a lot of times, you know, so I was talking with a friend, and her father was in the spa business, and they started the hotel business. And I'm like, how did you guys how did you guys start that, right? And they're like, what do you mean? You just do it. And I'm like, wait, how do you just like how are you guys gonna like handle the room service, and like who's gonna clean the rooms, and what kind of soap, and like, right,
everything.
Shampoo, like everything. You need to like
daily.
And they were like, you just tackle one issue, one thing at a time, and eventually it'll get done. But if you sit there and think about all these questions, you will sit there forever, right? And I was like, that's so true. Like, just seriously, just get to it. Stop thinking and just get to it. So, yeah, I kind of take that piece of advice and just, yeah.
So just do it.
Just do it.
Thank you for that explanation. Because without that, I'd be like, do what? I'm the same way. I jump. Sometimes I look and I jump before I calculate everything, because on the way down, you got some time to think.
Right.
You got to think on your toes. Things change.
Exactly.
Especially in the business. Like, we're in business, you're in business.
Yeah.
Things change every day.
Yeah. 100%.
Instagram.
Exactly.
LinkedIn is now dope.
Yeah.
It wasn't dope before.
Is it dope now?
Dude, super dope.
Oh, okay.
I'm on LinkedIn.
I am too.
I heard, hold on. I've heard the legend of this. What was your title? You know, Juno Chung, and then what was your title you put for Como Pancake House?
Oh man. Okay, so I didn't know what LinkedIn was. I thought it was just another social media site. So when I signed up, it asked you what like your occupation was, and I put professional pancake flipper. And then I got like a buddy of mine hit me up and he's like, dude, you have to change that, man. Make it more official. And I'm like, why? And he's like, this is like a professional site. Like, it's where, you know, people like network and everything, and so when I first signed up, it was professional pancake flipper.
What is it now?
I think it's just like the owner of Koa Pancake House.
So boring. You know what I noticed? The more funny, not in all cases, but the funnier the title, the more higher up on the ladder these people are. I look at Matt, our friend Matt Heim. I think says Chief Bean Counter.
Oh, really?
The first time I met him was at Wall to Wall Studios at some event, and he goes, "Oh, yeah, you gotta meet Matt. You guys are in a similar business." And I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know who he was, or the Heim brothers, or Han Blue, any of that. And he's like, "Oh, I'm a Chief Bean Counter at Brew Bar." I'm like, "Brew Bar? That sounds like rhubarb." Fine. Like, I don't even know what brew bar is. I don't know. It sounds like rhubarb. I didn't know what it was. But he has a funny title, but he's like way up there too.
Yeah, maybe there's a correlation. Maybe I should change it back.
Yeah, change it to something funny. I mean, you can.
I will.
Why not be fun?
I will.
Oh, no pressure.
Oh.
Don't feel pressure. I will. Be like, okay. Here's something funny.
Okay.
Now that we're talking about funniness, superpowers, and if you had a superpower, being you are the all-powerful Juno.
Thank you.
What would your superpower be?
I would want to go back in time. Right? That's a superpower, right? Like being able to like go back.
Yeah.
Oh, like because if you go back in time and like you mess with the past, it might alter the future and all that kind of stuff.
Or maybe that already happened.
Yeah.
But you'd go back in time.
Yeah. And I'll deal with the consequences after.
Ooh, very much Nike just do it. I can tell you're an entrepreneur. So that kind of ties us into EO. Tell me a little bit about EO. I said Entrepreneurs Organization. You're the incoming president. And the way you're sounding and you're saying you do things, it sounds like one of the core values of EO of boldly go.
Right.
What are the other core values?
Oh, now you're quizzing me. Okay, it's boldly go, trust and respect.
Yes. Kind of like a drink.
Oh, thirst for learning, and cool. I might not be president next year because of this. I feel
Well,
like I should.
we got some good stuff here.
Can we edit that out a minute?
All right. We're both in EO, Entrepreneurs Organization, together. Tell me a little bit about it. What is it, and what is it for you?
So EO, Entrepreneurs Organization, it's a peer-to-peer learning organization. It's a worldwide organization, and here in Hawaii we have a chapter that consists of about 64-ish members. It's a safe place where business owners or entrepreneurs can get together and just share experiences that would help each other out. And there's different vehicles for that, right? And one of them is Forum, where you would meet with this smaller group, and you would meet once a month, and one person would kind of talk about an issue that they're having, either personal, business, or family, or whatnot. And everybody else in the room would be able to experience share on what they did when they were in a similar position. So, yeah.
And it's made up of business founders or owners, or can you just be an employee? Or
I believe you have to be an owner or majority owner or the founder of a business. Yeah. I could be wrong, but I believe that's what it is.
Okay.
We will fact check that after.
Fact check.
Yeah.
To new members, like to people who are they kind of know about it a little bit, to newer members or prospects who want to get involved, what is some experience share you could say of how it's helped you?
Okay.
Things you've learned.
Yeah.
Experiences you've had.
So let me tell you, I'll tell you guys why I joined EO. So when I took over the business 5 years ago, right, like I was begging my parents to retire. I was like, please just retire, because we butted heads a lot, right, on how we wanted to run the business. And one day they finally did retire. And I'm like, all right, now I get to do things my way. And I went into the office and I remember thinking, okay, wait, like, how do I run this business? Like, what do I do? And I was faced with all these issues, right? And I would go to the bar with my friends and I would be asking them like, okay, like, you know, I have this issue with this business. Like, what do I do? Or like, you know, like, what should I do? And they're like, we don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I just, right? Like some of my friends are just like, I'm a server at a restaurant, man. I don't really know what to tell you. So I was like, I gotta like surround myself with people that I could kind of vent to, or also like just get help with, right? And so I got introduced to EO, and it did exactly that, right? You're surrounded with other business owners that are facing the same problems or issues that you may be dealing with. And it might not just be with the business, it might be things that, right? Like also with like your family or your spouse or your friends or like anything, right? That kind of, because whatever you do in your business, it could also spill over into your personal life too, right?
Absolutely,
Yeah, so I mean, that's where it really helped me. Like it was just surrounding myself with other people that are going through the same things that I'm going through.
What age were you when you joined EO?
How old am I now? 33. I was 28.
So you're probably one of the youngest.
I
one
was.
of the youngest?
I was I think I'm the second youngest member in EO right now.
So, being a young guy, and I think the average age was like 45 or 47.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it says it right on the EO network.
Oh, I shouldn't.
So you have that age. So you have these people who have sometimes twice your lifetime of experience, or 20 years more of your experience, and you could draw from their experiences real things that happen that probably is not going to be told to everyone.
Right.
It's kind of personal things.
Right.
That you may not want to ask, and they may not want to share with everyone.
Right.
But you learn from that.
Right.
So, by being in EO, by learning those things, have you said that made you more successful or helped you out really in your life and relationships? Did you bring you value?
Oh, 100%. I mean, if I didn't get value from it, I don't think I would renew the next year, right? And every year I tend to, I renew every year, and I get more involved, right? And hence the reason why I'm going to be president next year of the EO Hawaii chapter. It's just a way for me to kind of give back to EO for everything that they've done for me and the business. For sure, man. I mean, I'm completely sold on it. If it was a cult, I would have drank all the Kool-Aid for sure. It's definitely helped me a lot.
All right.
Yeah.
What's some unique experiences you've had? We had the pleasure traveling together up in Toronto last year.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Before that, it was Germany.
Yeah.
I hear a lot about Cebu, which I didn't get to go, but I hear amazing once-in-a-lifetime experiences that EO is really known for, having these once-in-a-lifetime. You can't do it anywhere else. You can't even pay for it.
Yeah.
So what was one that you can share?
Well, in Cebu, sorry you missed out on that.
Where's Cebu, by the way?
Cebu's in Philippines.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a tiny island on the Philippines. And every year they have this festival called the Sinologue. And it's this giant religious festival where it's like a parade. I believe there was like 2 million people that like attends this like festival.
Wow.
EO had a float and we were actually part of the parade. And everyone paints their face and everything. It's like a giant celebration. But not only that, but we had like police escorts. Like it was like SWAT team that like took us to and from the festival. So we were very like well taken care of. And of course, because there was so many people attending the event, they were worried about like terroristic attacks and everything. And that's why we had all these police escorts and everything. But yeah, I mean, like I felt very safe, but it was just a really awesome experience to see all that many people come together for like this one event, for sure.
What else happened there? You guys did the float. That wasn't the whole thing. Did you guys go to a private island? Was there hotels?
Oh yeah, so one EO member actually owns like a resort, and we got to go to her resort, and that's where we had our like closing ceremony.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, another Philippines member also owns an airline.
What?
Yeah, so they were saying that, you know, if you needed to get, you know, air tickets, like contact her because she'd be able to hook you up or whatnot. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of these once in a lifetime experiences that you wouldn't be able to experience if it wasn't for EO. But I mean, that's like the topping on top of everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just the icing on the cake. But yeah, I mean, it definitely helps when it comes to renewal time. I'm like, oh, I remember that time. And yeah,
amazing.
Yeah, I definitely want to experience
Crazy
that again.
stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
And next year, there's another, it's called GLC, which is Global Leadership Conference, where all the board members go to a place to get trained on how to do their board position. Mm-hmm. And next year, it's going to be in South Africa.
South Africa.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that.
You're going.
I'm going. Are you going? Are you gonna?
Holly, am I going?
Yeah.
I got a baby
I was
on the
just
way.
about to- I was just about to say
I got a
that.
1.5-year-old and another daughter on the way. We'll see if I can go.
All right.
You can look at my eyes. I ain't going.
Yeah.
I'm not going to that one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bringing it back now to the business.
Okay.
To living in Hawaii.
Okay.
Thanks for all the section of EO. That's really helpful.
Yeah.
But if you could go back in time, because you got a time machine.
Okay.
That's your superpower.
Okay.
What would you tell your 18-year-old self?
One of the EO core values, boldly go.
Mm.
I think I was a lot more cautious. This is weird though, but yeah, like I stayed back for college. I think I should have. One of the regrets that I have is staying back and staying in Hawaii. Not that I have anything wrong with where I graduated from or anything like that, but I just wish I got to experience more, right? Like by living away from my family, somewhere new, doing the whole college thing. And I stayed back because it was just the easier thing to do. Like I was already comfortable. All my friends were staying back. I had a girlfriend at the time. So yeah, I mean, I wish I took more chances back then.
That would have changed probably everything.
Yeah,
Maybe
I think
nothing.
so.
I don't know. I didn't go away to college either.
Yeah?
I went to KCC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went to KCC and lived in my parents' house.
Yeah.
So I feel you.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm thinking like, oh, the college life, that would have been cool. Like all the movies we watch.
Right, like all those fraternities and like all those movies with all the fraternities and stuff. I'm like, we
have like one.
Yeah, the KO house.
KO house.
Yeah.
Sorry guys for breaking your sign. Oh, we can get into that story later.
I want to hear about it.
Can I tell you about it?
You can?
I'm walking out of a party. I was invited there by my friends. Rami, my Egyptian friend. I'm Lebanese, he's Egyptian. Us Middle Easterns stick together. So I'm walking out of the party. It was like 10:30. I wasn't even drinking any alcohol.
Right.
I swear, I was drinking
okay.
water.
Okay.
Just cruising. It was like, I'm gonna go home. I'm walking out of the house, and it's by UH. I'm walking down their stairway, little steps on a porch. And there was a cord that was hanging from their big neon sign that said KEO. KEO. That's how you knew it was the KO house. It's like the only fraternity. I'm walking down the steps, and my right shoulder I was walking normally, something touched my shoulder. And I walked forward, it just brushed it. And all of a sudden I hear behind me. I was like, oh, shoot. Their whole sign came crashing down, bro, like shattered into a million pieces. And they come out of the house and they were not happy with me. But I didn't get like beat up or anything.
Well, now you can make them a new sign.
Yeah, I can make them a new sign now. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna make you guys the best sign. The best sign. Best sign. But yeah, that was I never went back. I
wouldn't either.
I was never invited back because they were super not happy with me.
Yeah,
I said, man, I could have died. What if that thing fell on me?
Right.
Liability.
That's a lawsuit right there.
It was super lawsuit.
Yeah.
Could have had the house.
Yeah.
I think they were renting the house. But anyway, thank you guys for inviting me to your party. How much % do you say your success is attributed to luck? And how much to skill and hard work?
Yeah, I would say that you definitely need some luck in there. So to answer the question, maybe 75% hard work and hustle and everything, 25% luck. So what's funny is that it was at an EO event. I'm going to plug EO again, but we were at an EO event and we ran into Pierce Brosnan and 007 guy.
Yeah.
And we asked him like any advice that you would want to give like entrepreneurs or business owners or, and he said, be lucky, be bold, and beware of grudges. And we were like, oh, elaborate on that. And I was like, wow, but he came up with that really quick. So he must have had that like in his back pocket. But he was saying that, yeah, like you do need some luck, right, in order to be successful. Like it's not all just hard work. Like you definitely need some luck on your side. So yeah, but yeah, for sure, it's hard work for you to be successful. And I don't think a lot of people see that. Especially with Instagram and social media and all these things, like people only see the positive things, right? Like people only see your success.
Yeah.
People don't see all the other stuff that happens behind the scenes, right? And people always think, oh yeah, like that's easy, I could do that. And people don't see all the blood, sweat, and tears that go into everything. But yeah. So 75, 25.
More hard work and hustle,
Yeah.
and success is the opportunity.
Yeah.
All right, Juno, it's been a pleasure, my man.
Thank you.